October 3rd, 1990. After nearly half a century of division, the world watched as Germany officially became one nation again. Crowds gathered in Berlin, fireworks filled the sky, and history turned a page. But what led to this moment? And why did the world cheer as the wall that had once divided East from West was finally erased on paper? This is the story of Berlin's reunification. Quick, most of you aren't subscribed yet. Hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another episode of Yesterday Now. When World War II ended in 1945, Germany lay in ruins. The Allies, the United States, Britain, France, and the Soviet Union divided the country into zones of occupation. Berlin, though deep in the Soviet zone, was also split into 4 sectors. This uneasy arrangement soon hardened into the Cold War. In 1949, 2 Germanys emerged. West Germany, backed by the Western Allies, and East Germany, controlled by the Soviets. Berlin became the ultimate symbol of this divide. For decades, families were separated, lives were restricted, and East Berliners lived behind the infamous Berlin Wall, built in 1961 to stop the exodus of people fleeing westward. By the 1980s, cracks began to appear. East Germany's economy lagged behind, shortages plagued daily life, and the people grew restless. Meanwhile, Mikhail Gorbachev's reforms in the Soviet Union, glasnost and perestroika, gave hope that change was possible. Protests spread across Eastern Europe. In Poland, free elections brought solidarity to power. In Hungary, the Iron Curtain was cut open. And in East Germany, chants of Wir sind das Volk, we are the people, rang through the streets. On November 9th, 1989, in one of the most dramatic moments of the 20th century, the Berlin Wall fell. Crowds rushed to border crossings, families reunited, and Berlin became a festival of freedom. But tearing down the wall was just the beginning. The bigger question was, could Germany truly reunite? The months that followed were full of uncertainty. East Germany was collapsing politically and economically. Millions of East Germans wanted immediate unification, but others worried. Would the West absorb the East? Could 2 very different systems become one nation? International diplomacy was key. The 2+4 negotiations between East and West Germany and the 4 Allied powers had to settle thorny questions: borders, military alliances, even nuclear weapons. In July 1990, West German Chancellor Helmut Kohl and East German Prime Minister Lothar de Maizière signed an economic and monetary union, introducing the Deutsche Mark in the East. Shops filled with goods overnight, but challenges loomed. Industries closed, jobs vanished, and the adjustment was painful for many East Germans. Still, the political momentum was unstoppable. On August 23, 1990, East Germany's parliament voted to join the Federal Republic of Germany. At midnight on October 3rd, Germany was officially reunited. The black, red, and gold flag of the Federal Republic was raised over the Reichstag in Berlin. Tens of thousands gathered in front of the Brandenburg Gate, once a symbol of division, now a stage for unity. Fireworks lit up the sky, choirs sang Beethoven's Ode to Joy, and tears flowed freely. In a single stroke, one of the greatest geopolitical divides of the 20th century had been closed. But reunification was not without struggles. The former East faced mass unemployment, emigration, and economic hardship. Billions of marks were poured into rebuilding infrastructure and industries. Cultural differences between Ossis, Easterners, and Wessis, Westerners, sometimes led to tension. Still, over time, Germany emerged stronger. Berlin once again became the nation's capital. The city transformed into a hub of culture, politics, and innovation. And the memory of division made the commitment to democracy and freedom even stronger. The reunification of Germany was more than just a political agreement. It was the triumph of people's desire for freedom, the end of a painful chapter, and the beginning of a new European era. October 3rd is now celebrated every year as the Tag der Deutschen Einheit, the Day of German Unity. So next time you see the Brandenburg Gate, think of that night in 1990, when fireworks marked not just a party, but the rebirth of a nation. If you enjoyed this dive into history, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another episode of Yesterday Now, your YouTube time machine. And check out our playlist of past episodes in the description below.